So now we need to talk about posing. So we know how to walk, we know what to do with our face. I get it, Kat, we turn around a specific way. But how do I fill those spots, right? How do I pose? So what's different about this show is, like I said at the beginning, we're celebrating you. This isn't a competition. This is all about enjoying you and the work that you've done and the incredible bikinis that these people have made. So we don't have to worry about being better than somebody else, right? We're just gonna enjoy it. So we have a total of 4 poses, okay? First one, when we first walk out, we're just gonna take a moment and just do like a little hip or a little, just something small. We're not doing a whole full-fledged pose here. So I'll show you. Again, when we walk out, we're taking a second before we walk forward to just to do a hip moment. Then we walk forward, right? So that's pose number 1. Then when we get to the end of the runway, you're gonna do 3 poses. Now, you don't wanna take too long with your poses, but you also don't want them to be so short that the photographer can't get a good photo of it. So a good rule of thumb is to count in your head 1 Mississippi. Now, with what we're doing, we can do 1 Mississippi and. That gives enough time for the photographer to get a good image without you being in the middle of all of your movement. So posing, what we want to do is something fun, but also classy, because we're classy here, right? So, and you guys can do whatever feels right to you, but here's the main part. So we're doing 1 Mississippi and, we're doing 2 Mississippi and we're doing 3 Mississippi and. Now those were terrible poses, please don't do those. Out of those 3 poses, we can do 1 competition pose. I don't want to see all 3 competition poses. I'll say, get out of here. That's not what this is about. We're gonna do 1 competition pose. So bear with me, I'm not a competitor, right? So we're gonna do something cute, we're gonna do a competition pose, and then we're gonna do something cute again. I would suggest not ending on a competition pose unless it's something you're really, really proud of and you absolutely love it. We also want to avoid a whole bunch of showing your behind. If you're gonna show your behind, do it first or second, not last, because remember, we have to pivot to go back. So let me pull in a model who actually knows competition poses, and she's gonna show you what that would look like. So again, we're gonna do a pose when we come in, and it'll just be a really simple hip pose. Then we're gonna walk to the front, and then we're gonna do 3 poses, one of which is gonna be a competition pose, okay? Okay. Perfect. So 1 competition pose and 2 not competition poses. So let's look at what it would look like if we did more than 1 competition pose, and we'll talk about why we don't want to do that. So could I have you back? Yes. And just, we'll have you walk down and do a bunch of competition poses. Okay. So we love that for competition, right? But again, we're not competing. Also, I don't need to see a whole bunch of this, right? I know that you guys have worked really hard on your glutes and that's lovely, but that's not what we're here for. If you want to do a glutes pose, again, that'll be in the middle. And when she was doing that, you noticed it was just, we're back in competition. We're not enjoying ourselves as much. Remember, hey, right? Hey, just smile, and we're gonna just do something that feels right. Now, let's do just a bunch of random poses with no intention, and maybe move kind of fast, and we'll talk about why pacing is important. So she's like super cute doing that, right? But the photographer is not gonna get a good image because all of them are gonna be movement shots and it's gonna be really weird and you're not gonna get any good images. So that's why we count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, right? That way there's intentional poses. Now you can kind of flow through them, right? We're doing something fun in between, but you have to make sure that every pose is intentional and you're in that pose for an amount of time that the photographer can actually get a good image of you. That is high-level posing for you.
Yes, thank you, Kat, for taking the time to do this. We hope that this really helps you feel confident on stage. So thank you for watching all of this. And the main point is to, show the world you're confident and you're having fun. That's what we want to see.